Boxing history is littered with stories of fighters who survived extreme poverty to make their way to the top of the sport. Names like Jack Johnson, Jake LaMotta, Sonny Liston, Mike Tyson, and so many more used their fists to fight their way from the streets to the wealth and luxury of championship status. Even amongst these names, Manny Pacquiao's background was extraordinary. One of 6 children raised on Mindanao, the largest island in the Philippines. Pacquiao was forced to leave school and his family at 14 to earn money fighting in the port city of General Santos. "I heard that when you fight, even when you lose, you have money," he later told ESPN of the time. "And when you win, you receive 100 pesos, which is the equivalent of $2. If you lose, $1, which is 50 pesos. Hunger drove the young Pacquiao, and by 22, he had already won and lost a title at 112 pounds. But he wanted more, and made the move to America, where he met the man who would mastermind his history-making career, Freddie Roach. The two bonded, and almost immediately began winning titles. Their relationship built on a solid base of mutual respect.
Yeah, that's how Manny Pacquiao is. He's the best guy in the world and so forth. I mean, he cares about other people and so forth. He's a good guy.
As nice as he may have been outside the ring, inside it, he was an absolute killer. He may have been small, but he was unbelievably fast, with both his feet and hands, able to cover distance like he was teleporting, to pepper his opponent with combinations reminiscent of a hailstorm. He also had that rarest of qualities in a small fighter, true knockout power. He could routinely send opponents to the canvas with a left hand Roach nicknamed Manila Ice. And with every victory, word spread about the tiny Filipino's devastating style, and Pacquiao's fan base grew. And as the size of his fan base grew, so too did the size of the champions he beat. From his first title at flyweight, or 112 pounds, he won his second 2 divisions and 10 pounds higher at junior bantamweight, then another 4 pounds up for featherweight. At 130 pounds, Pacquiao rematched one of his greatest ever opponents, Juan Manuel Marquez, for the second of what would end up being 4 fights that captured the attention of the Philippines, Mexico, and boxing fans the world over. Their first fight had been an absolute classic that ended in a draw, and in their second fight, they continued as they'd left off. Marquez hit the canvas. Both men were cut and the fight went the distance, but in the end, it went to the judges.
The winner on split decision and new champion from the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao.
The new champion.
Manny was now a champion in 4 different weight classes, the first boxer of not just Filipino, but Asian descent to do so. He was now rich beyond his wildest dreams and an icon in his home country, but he was far from done. He moved up yet again to capture a 5th title at lightweight before skipping a division entirely to gain 12 pounds and face 6-weight superstar Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya was a massive celebrity to both American and Mexican fans, one of the most successful fighters to ever do it, but Pacquiao's support could now match him on the big stage.
Fighting Oscar is a great honor and privilege. There's no mismatch. On December 6, the entire Filipino people, with their prayer and support, will give me inspiration and determination. I will be fighting to give glory and honor to my country.
With the eyes of the world on the fight, Pacquiao dismantled the older legend, beating him so severely that De La Hoya retired from the fight, and boxing generally, after the 8th round. Next, Pacquiao obliterated Ricky Hatton to capture a title in his 6th division, with one of the greatest knockout punches ever landed in the history of the sport. And stopped Miguel Cotto for his 7th divisional title in the same year. before stepping into the ring a year later to face Antonio Margarito at super welterweight, 154 pounds, a full 42 pounds heavier than the first title he'd won. The Filipino hero took the fight to the Mexican, swarming him with an inconceivable 1,069 punches over the 12 rounds. Pacquiao won nearly every round, winning a title in an unprecedented 8th division from a former champion he had no business being in the same ring with. More proof of Pacquiao's status within his country came when he was elected to the Filipino House of Representatives in 2010, before becoming a senator in 2016. The poor kid from the streets who had boxed for $1 had become one of the greatest boxers in history and a representative for people raised in poverty like he was. As far as hero origin stories go, it is almost perfect. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.